Hey, what's up, y'all? This is MadMave. Basically, this is my channel, and I basically doing like a review. It's just gonna be a non-spoiler review, just to introduce myself. Just in case y'all like wondering why I do this or whatever. I'm usually doing like video editing for a production called Riverflow Productions. I also do a number of other things, but yeah. If y'all want to check out any of our our shorts that we done, or BTS docs, things like that, you can check all of that out in the playlist. Fat Twins just came out. That's one of our recent shorts that came out. It's actually a parody of Get Out. People are liking it pretty much from what I've seen in the comments, so y'all can check it out. Let us know like how you like it. Let me talk about what y'all came here for, basically. This is Solo: A Star Wars Story. I just saw the movie, and basically I liked the movie. I really enjoyed it for what it was. When it comes to the actors, Solo, the guy that played Solo, I don't want to like butcher his name, but also the guy that played Lando, Donald Glover. Those two, especially because all the characters, I really enjoyed pretty much all the characters, to be honest. I feel like all of them had their own type of layers, their own elements to them and everything like that. But obviously, Solo, Lando, Chewie, you already know Chewie too. But I just felt like they had a lot of weight to carry for on their backs, you know what I mean? And I feel like one thing that I could say is that, it just didn't, I feel like they did what they needed to do. Like, they did make it seem like an impression, and then at the same time, they acted it out to the point where you can tell it's like, okay, that's Solo. Okay, that's Lando. Like, okay, now let's put them in a story, because that's the main thing. You can have characters, but like, what's the story that they're going to go through to entertain us and, learn all that stuff. So I feel like they did a good job with that. Woody Harrelson, like every movie he's in. And sometimes like I'm trying to like just look at, like I just saw 3 Billboards out of Ebbing, Missouri. I might be saying that wrong, but I just seen that. He's awesome in there, and he's awesome in this. One thing that I liked about him is how they use his characters, because without spoiling it, is that he's like this mentor slash like I feel like just the right stepping stone to for Solo to become Solo. I know that a lot of people probably aren't gonna feel like that, especially like when it comes to hardcore Star Wars fans. But I feel like with the direction, how they put it, like I really like the dynamic and how they built that up and everything. Like really, I feel like they kind of did it in a slow way, like as it gradually goes through the film. When it comes to Solo and Chewie, like I feel like that's some of the best part of the movies. Like the first part, like to introduction, because I know that probably a lot of people like they read the comics, they probably like read books and everything. Maybe they know like a lot more that I don't know. I'm a fan of the originals, seen them like plenty of times. I'm probably gonna see them more in my life. Prequels, okay. Definitely love the Clone Wars, the TV series, and and I'm catching up with the other series and stuff like that. I've definitely been enjoying The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, even though it's divisive in its own way. But everything that I said, like especially for the hardcore Star Wars fans, that you smile and you feel that nostalgia. And just the beginning, the introduction again was good to me. I like how they did the story, and then just them being together, like it just made me have a smile, like and every time like they had these witty lines together, like even though Chewie's like just all that stuff, I like really like laughed. Since we're going off of characters, the droid, The new droid. If you haven't seen the trailer and understand that there's a droid in there, I mean, there's a droid in there. It's Star Wars. I mean, but every droid, when it comes to every story, like, you know, kind of takes us 3PO, R2D2. I forgot the one from Rogue One, but I really like that droid. But this droid, it kind of like brought me out of the film, especially the introduction of the droid. Um, the droid, after a while with different characters, made me still enjoy it for what it was trying to do. But funny to say, because I never thought I would say this, but it just didn't feel like Star Wars, you know what I mean, at times. But I do like how, and it's funny because when you see it, because it's more the in it's late within the story when it comes to the droid, that like it's like, okay, I kind of like how they did that with the droid, how they used it for a different purpose, after a while, which you'll see when it comes to the story, which again, I heard that a lot of people just didn't feel like the story was like, wow, like I don't think it was like, oh wow, like this is Oscar winning crazy story, like, but like far as just a movie and just like watching it for what it is, like I enjoyed the story for what it was, especially again like watching in the beginning, I was kind of like trying to get on board. Like again, that's my problem. That's one of my cons, is like the pacing of it. I just feel like some of it kind of it kind of had like a sluggish feel to it at first, and I was trying to figure out where it was going, and I was like, oh man, am I gonna be out of this movie? But after a while, I kind of picked up, and I don't know, I just especially after things unfold and then these twists at the end. I mean, some of the twists you might be like, it's a little bit too much, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I feel like it was a good storyline, especially again, you're dealing with smugglers and thieves, backstabbers, going into the lore like of Solo, who he is and stuff like that. And I feel like they did a good job of showing that. When it comes to the director, I really, really I feel like Ron Howard did an awesome job. I mean, the shot selections was really cool. I feel like there's like a lot of nostalgia factors that they did, especially in the beginning. Like I was wondering if it was going to be like every 5 minutes we're going to show you something that you know about Star Wars. You know what I mean? We're going to kind of push in your face, but like they were so cool, so much of a cool shots. I was like, you know what I mean? I was enjoying it for what it was. Definitely the shots with the Millennium Falcon and showing what the Millennium Falcon can do, that was just really cool. Like I feel like I loved all the shots from Millennium Falcon, like just showing how fast it goes. You know what I mean, what it can really do far as moving and stuff. And then the look of the ship, obviously it's like brand new. You know what I mean, coming. I don't want to spoil it. It's coming from another person before it gets to Solo, just in case for people that don't know. I'm gonna try to keep this review short as I can. Ultimately, like again, I really enjoyed the movie. I feel like fans that just wants to go out and just like have a good time and feels like they seen the trailer, they just don't know if the money is worth it. I feel like go and watch it. I feel like it's a good movie, but just understand that it is dealing with like different races. You know what I mean? It's Star Wars, so just like my dad, I don't think my dad would like a movie like that. That's, you know what I mean? Oh, it's got like a fish talking to this lizard thing, playing cards with a human and stuff like that. When it comes to Star Wars fans, like especially the hardcore ones, I don't know. I feel like there are people that's probably just not gonna like it for what it is. Solo is there is Solo, and I totally get it. But for fans that are just thinking about it, Star Wars fans, I say go and watch it. I mean, give it a chance. Especially, I don't know. Like I heard about the cameo, but once I finally seen the cameo, and there's different references that they give for different cameos, different references to different people and stuff like that within the Star Wars lore. But this cameo, I was like, oh, whoa, like, wow. So, and I think I heard a couple of other people in the crowd too. So it was just real cool. I mean, it's a prequel, so I don't feel like we're just gonna see that character later unless they put it in a standalone Star Wars movie or another standalone or something like that. I do wonder because I did like the Solo. I did like the Solo character for what it was and the Lando character for what it was, and it would be real cool just to see them like later in like a standalone or something like that. But without making this review too long, my score altogether, I would say that I would give it a 8 out of 10. Again, like, as you can see, like, I really liked it. But like, I think again, like, the pacing problems kind of got to me a little bit when it comes to the droid itself. Again, like, yeah, it just wasn't working for me. But I understand what they were going for, and I got my little clicks and giggles. There was other minor problems, but it's like minor like nitpicks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, being a person that's like really trying to look at the film and, you know what I mean, give y'all like it straight up. You know what I mean? Like, so without getting too deep, but yeah, that's my review. 8 out of 10 when it comes to Solo, a Star Wars story. How did you like it? Did you not like it? Comment down below. Subscribe if y'all to be notified for the next movie review or anything that we have when it comes to even shorts and things like that. Have a good day, and I mean, catch y'all later. Peace.